I just got done watching a video a good brother put up saying how a certain YouTuber by the name of Paris Milan is doing a current stream right now on YouTube blaming black men for the death of this black woman here by the name of Asia Maynard. Now, as you can clearly see the title, Asia Maynard was found dead after a date with a white man. And why won't KCPD investigate him? That's simple, because he's a white man. But of course, you got black females like Paris Milan, Synthetic G. I can't name any others at this time because I really don't watch those channels. They're going to find a way to twist the narrative into blaming black men for this black woman's death. Now, I'm reading this article from the Kansas City Defender. Kansas City, Missouri. Asia Maynard was a loving young black woman and a mother of 4. She loved to cook and was deeply caring and protective of her family. She never used heavy drugs, her family members say. They have been afforded little time to grieve, as they have instead been outraged at the missing pieces, cover-up, and botched police investigation following her death last week on February 18th at age 29. Why is that no surprise of a botched investigation? I would not be surprised with every case involving a black female who dates a white man that there's going to be a botched investigation. Because there's plenty of them out there. You have not heard anything about Chad Wheeler, who beat his black girlfriend damn near to death. You have not heard it. You don't even know what's going on right now. And what about that white pig who killed that black female in his trailer? And he was a pig. And they said she overdosed. They didn't fully investigate that. What about with Sandra Bland? When she was found dead, they didn't fully investigate that. Do you notice this is a pattern when it comes to black females that they get murdered? There's always a botched investigation. I mean, just black people in general. It's always some type of botched investigation. Her family does not believe that Asia died of natural causes. I don't either. As the Kansas City Police Department initially told them even before pursuing an autopsy or toxicology report, and one can't blame them for doubting such a premature conclusion, especially considering the family says she has no pre-existing health conditions and was a perfectly healthy 29-year-old. How did Asia die? We spoke with Asia's cousin Haley Loomis, who helped recount the sequence of events leading to Asia's death. Asia had gone out with this man, Isaiah Crown. That's the suspect you see right here. That's his name, Isaiah Crown. That she had met earlier in the week. She had plans to go on a date with him. He had canceled because he needed a babysitter, but at the last minute he found someone to watch his child and decided to follow through with the date arrangement. Asia decided to go out with him that evening, and she didn't return home, even though she has 4 children. Red flag. The next morning, on the 19th, he calls the police and tells them she wasn't feeling well and found her lying down. Another red flag. He rolled over to see if she was still alive and found she was found still. The police picked her body up. Her vehicle was at his home. So that's where the murder took place, at his home. They just got done having sex after meeting up. I mean, honestly, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that this white man killed her. It wasn't until the 20th, about 2:30 p.m., that they decided to report her missing and that they had properly identified her and that she was deceased. Keep in mind that we had spent the previous 24 hours already calling them and reporting her missing. They wouldn't have shared any information with us regarding where they found her. They wouldn't say where she was found or even his name. See, this is due to how white people look out for each other. They had said that although they are waiting for the toxicology report, they believe it was from natural causes, which we know that's a lie because her family clearly stated that she did no drugs or no heavy drugs and she was perfectly healthy. So this is another red flag. They had said that although they are waiting for the toxicology report, they believe it was from natural causes, and so there would be no further investigation. And so because there was no further investigation, they wouldn't give us any information on who's the man was that she was found with. See, this is right. This particular paragraph is your cover-up. Remember, this is a diverse country. This is humanity. This is the land of humanity. But this is how they treat black people, black women in particular. I want you black females who swirl to pay close attention to this because this is what's happening to you right now. And you got people like Paris and Synthetic up and running interference for these white men so they can be off the hook. Good black females are dying because you refuse to do the right thing and point the finger at who's committing these murders. Now, if it was a black man that did it, y'all have been all over this. Blaming him. Hell, you blaming the black man right now, and he had nothing to do with this. The information we had from her friends that she went on a date with him was the only reason we got any information. When we decided to post it to social media, that's how we got information. A lot of people have reached out and said he is responsible for other overdoses and deaths in the community. So this is a serial killer. And the KCPD refuses to take this man into custody, or this devil, as I called him, into custody. His own family has also gone to the police and admitted that they are aware of these cases that he had been involved in. One former classmate of his said he is responsible for up to 7 other overdose cases. So is this a black man's fault for this white man causing 7 overdoses? Do you see the red flags in this? Do you see the red flags? Who is Isaiah Crown? We spoke with numerous former friends of Isaiah, including his former roommate. Here's what they had to say. Now, this is his roommate, Cameron King, ex-roommate of Isaiah. This is his testimony. First off, usually I wouldn't say anything. In my friend circle, we usually don't talk like this or nothing because it's considered snitching. The only reason I'm saying this is because my friend died and now this lady died. So he's in suspect in another murder. And yet the KCPD hasn't done anything. This is poor police work. Now remember, this country preaches humanity. One of the reasons I'm speaking out is because I also overdosed and nearly died because of him. I was laying on the ground, barely breathing, almost dead. While the ambulance was on the way, he wasn't helping me. He was hiding the stuff. He kept selling the same pills even after our friend died and after I overdosed. Every day I think about our friend. I can't even look his mom in the face. What he's giving people is not what he's telling them. Me, him, and our friend all lived together. We were all hanging out. For this to happen again after our friend dying because of Isaiah's laced stuff, for him to keep giving these to people, is just no. He's definitely trying to make it known that nobody told you to do this. I blocked his number, but he must have gotten a new phone or something because he reached out from a new number and said that to me just a few days ago after this most recent incident. This kid, me and him going back, but I had to say something. My fiance begged me to say something too. When our friend died because of him, we felt like nobody was trying to listen to what we were saying about him. So Isaiah Crown is a serial murderer. This is a serial killer. Serial killer. This is your serial. This is a serial killer. And yet the KCPD won't do anything about it. But you care about people so much. Your duty is to protect and serve. See, this is what we talk about by defunding the police. Because you're not doing your job. Your job is to get rid of the trash like this Isaiah. He is responsible for 7 overdoses, which resulted from right now what I'm reading, 3 deaths, including this Asia Maynard. Somebody has to be held accountable and responsible. We lived together for a whole year. We partied and did all types of drugs together. But then he started hurting people. It's like our lives never mattered to him. That's the mindset of a murderer. No empathy. We have another witness testimony. Mercedes Marie. I knew Isaiah. We went to school together. We all used to hang out with my friend Louis, who passed away because of Isaiah. Here's the reason why Louis is not here. I was letting the family know that he is the cause. It's not just my friend that this has happened to. It's multiple friends of ours. Louis passed away from an overdose of fentanyl. He received the pills from Isaiah. He is very well known in the whole Independence and Kansas City area for this. Everyone knows not to go around him and to just stay away from him, stay far from him. He doesn't really care about anyone except for himself. He actually shows his face at Louis' funeral for just like 5 minutes, and everyone was shocked that he would even show his face there because he knew he did it. After he had showed up, we were all questioning why he would do that to his friend. He was in denial and everything, but he told us that he was going to keep selling them because he didn't want to waste the $300 that he spent on them. Other people died from the pills as well. Those people were mostly his friends who were older. It's just like more and more people who go around him end up dying. The police did not investigate the situation with Louis at all. He was left at a party. Everyone just left him there to die. I'm not going to read any more of the testimony, but it's just giving you context into the mindset of a serial killer. Because this is what he is, a serial killer. And I just read of just a few of the people who were close to him. Asia's family, friends, and hundreds of Kansas City community members are speaking out to say that, without a doubt, racism and carelessness of black lives is at play and can explain why KCPD performed virtually no investigation of her death and took so long to notify the Maynard family of her death, or to rigorously investigate the last person known to have been in her company, Isaiah Crown, a white man she met earlier a few days earlier, who asked her on a date. This wouldn't be the first time that a black woman has been killed following a date with a sketchy white man. In fact, her case is nearly identical to the national story of Lawrence Smith Fields. Similar to Smithfield's case, the KCPD officers and detectives who are leading Asia's case should be immediately fired for their negligence and for covering up Maynard's death, as well as for failing to pursue Isaiah and stop him from murdering more people. This is a developing story. And this comes from the Kansas City Defender. You can look this up and read it for yourself. But this is your serial killer. So I tell you, those who swirl and in this divestment movement y'all call, how come you're not pointing this finger at the white man after what I just read? Because he obviously does not give a fuck about what race you are. He's going to kill you for the sake of money. Because that's what it's about to him. This is a narcissist. This is a psychopath. Has no empathy for life. He killed some of his friends. And you have the audacity to blame black men for the death of Asia Maynard. Never mind that the Kansas City Police Department botched this investigation up. And they don't want to claim no responsibility. They know that this devil is a serial killer. They refuse to do anything about it. You better start picking your battles more closely. This young black woman had 4 children to go home to. And now their children are going to be without a mother. Because nobody warned her what kind of white man she was dealing with. Y'all just running interference, Paris and synthetic. I just cannot stand by and let you put this on the lap of black men who had absolutely nothing to do with this decision of Asia Maynard to date this white man. Do I believe she deserved to be dead? No. And it shows to me that you don't care about her life. You just using her death to push your narrative about black men and how it's black men's fault for the death of this young black female. You worse than the man who killed her. How dare you? What kind of black female does that? Using her death to push your narrative that black men ain't shit. You worse than a man who killed her. I'm not going to let you get away with this. This is wrong on every level. Using her death to get money. I just read 2 witness testimonies to the mentality of this devil right here who killed Asia Maynard. How many more black females are going to die in the hands of the white man that they choose to date? When is y'all black females who out here interracially dating going to wake up and realize these white men don't give a damn about you? They don't give a damn about black people, period. It's a damn shame when I keep seeing more cases of black females found dead behind the hands of white men. And you got black females like Paris and Synthetic G pushing the narrative, running interference for white men so they can wipe their hands clean to make money off the death of this young black female. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. And they got a special place in hell for you, Paris. You making money off the death of this black female. Using black men as a scapegoat. Instead of looking at who's truly responsible for the death of this black female. You wrong. You worse than this devil right here. Because you're using her death to push your narrative against black men because you hate black men. And for what I've learned about you, you dating a black man. So you are also a hypocrite as well. I'm going to end this right here. Like, comment, and subscribe to the video. I just want you to pay close attention to the people that you allow into your brain pushing nonsense about black men. Because I'm a black man, and a damn good one at that. And I love our black people. But I don't call everyone a brother or sister. Because I know we have treacherous black people among us. And I just mentioned two of them by the name of Synthetic G and Paris Milan, who will use the death of black females who chose to date interracially that end up dead behind the hands of this white man and blaming black men for their deaths. And I cannot let you get away with this any longer. Because it shows how much you care about the lives of these black women who chose to date interracially. You're using them as stepping stones to get money from your subscribers. Pushing this nonsense, reaching the minds of thousands of young black females to date interracially and to hate black men, because hate produces money. Hate produces separation. Hate is an action. Hate talks about aborting black male fetuses. But you're doing it all for money. You are very self-loathing and are treacherous. And you will pay one way or the other. And I'm done.